What's up guys, welcome to Freedive Passion. Today I'm going to talk about hyperventilation. Now for anybody who's done a course, you would have been told over and over again that hyperventilation is bad and it's going to cause you to black out sooner. This gets repeated over and over again and it kind of became a law within freediving education. Now a law is only going to stand up to scrutiny if there's no exceptions to that law. And the truth is, there are some high-level athletes, really great freedivers, who do use hyperventilation. The most notable would be Herbert Niche, who's held world records in every single competitive discipline. His last constant weight world record was 124 meters, which is only 5 meters shy of the current world record. So we have two different stories. On one hand, freediving education is telling you that hyperventilation will limit you and is very dangerous. And on the other hand, we have some top level athletes who use hyperventilation and are achieving depths which most of us can only dream about. So here we have a paradox, and I'm going to give you my take on this. Firstly, I'll define hyperventilation. Hyperventilation is simply breathing more than you have to for your current level of activity. It's not recommended in freediving because it lowers your carbon dioxide levels. The two main reasons this can be a problem is one, your trigger to feel like you really want to breathe and to end the dive is caused by your carbon dioxide levels. So starting a dive with lower than usual levels means you'll be able to hold your breath for longer and potentially hold your breath for so long you would black out without feeling the urge to breathe. The second reason is due to physiological responses which are happening within your body, which are also triggered by high or low levels of carbon dioxide. Your maximum potential in a breath hold or dive is reduced if you've overbreathed. Now let's go a little bit deeper into these arguments for not hyperventilating. Now the first argument would be that lower levels of carbon dioxide will delay your urge to breathe, and then you could potentially black out without going through the urge to breathe, which would normally be your signal to come back up to the surface. Now this makes sense if you're just diving on the reef. This makes sense if you're an underwater photographer or a spear fisherman. Okay, if you come in this type of category where your dives only last as long as you feel comfortable, then for sure 100% you should not hyperventilate. But in the sport of freediving, which is what Freedive Passion is all about, things don't work that way. The urge to breathe is basically inconsequential. You choose the depth you want to go to according to your skill level. You go to the bottom of the line, you come back up to the surface, and that's when you start breathing again. It doesn't matter when you get the urge to breathe. You can get it after the first 5 seconds, or you can not get it at all. You're going to the bottom of the line and you're coming back up, and that's when you breathe. So in the sport of freediving, the point where you would get the urge to breathe is inconsequential. The second argument is hyperventilation will reduce your maximum potential for the breath hold or dive. And on paper, it's totally true. The lower levels of carbon dioxide can trigger cerebral vasoconstriction, reducing the blood flow to your brain. It can cause the Bohr effect, making the oxygen bond strongly to the hemoglobin and not be transported around the body efficiently. And it can delay your dive response. So you're going to be consuming oxygen less efficiently than if you hadn't have hyperventilated. And yet, there are still top level freedivers who hyperventilate, and they can go deeper than some people who don't hyperventilate. So why? Well, the truth is there are many factors which will affect the point or the depth where you will start to become hypoxic. Not just hyperventilation, okay? So to make this argument a bit more simple, I'm going to group all these factors into 3 categories. One will be relaxation and focus. the other will be technique, and the third one will be the dive response and physiology, and this is where hyperventilation will fall under. Now, as you can see, your maximum potential with depth is the accumulation of all three of these categories. Now, if you hyperventilate, your dive response physiology category is going to be reduced. So in theory, you would say that your maximum potential is reduced, and this could very well be the case. But as we know, for some people, it's not really the case. So we have to ask ourselves why. And to me, the reason is you can't really change one thing in freediving without having a knock-on effect to other aspects of your diving. So if you have delayed your urge to breathe, then for sure it's going to be easier for you to relax. This increased level of relaxation may be able to make up for your decreased dive response and efficiency when it comes to physiology. Now, higher levels of relaxation may also affect your technique. And if your technique is better, this is also going to affect your oxygen consumption. And in the end, your maximum potential may be higher than what it was originally before you were hyperventilating. Now, here is where we go full circle. I'm not saying that the science is completely wrong. I'm saying that hyperventilation can positively affect your maximum potential at a certain point in your training. Now, your maximum potential of relaxation and your maximum potential of technique can only reach a certain level, and then you'll be topped out. At this point, if you want to continue to progress in your depth, the only thing left for you to improve upon is your dive response physiology section. And this would mean that now you have to cut out on hyperventilation and start to deal with the urge to breathe much sooner in your dive. And this can be a pretty tricky proposition when you're already doing very deep diving. And this is the main reason why I personally don't use hyperventilation. The reason is, I train now for where I want to be in 2 years' time. And if hyperventilation can cause me problems further down the line, then I'm not going to get involved with it now. That being said, I don't believe hyperventilation is inherently dangerous if done intelligently in a controlled manner. It's been proven to work and help a lot of people out there already. And for me as a coach, it wouldn't make sense for me to completely turn my back on hyperventilation and say that this is just a crazy technique which only suicidal people are going to use. Okay? There can be certain circumstances for specific individual problems where hyperventilation may be one of the tools that I would use to help a diver. For instance, somebody who has no problems with hypoxia but is having problems with lung squeeze. If that diver, for instance, is having contractions at depth, which may be contributing to the lung squeeze, then for me, hyperventilation could be one of the things that I would use to help try and solve that problem. Now, here's the thing: we've all been told by whatever certifying agency you did your courses under that hyperventilation is bad, hyperventilation is dangerous. But the truth is, in an effort to become mainstream, freediving courses have been dumbed down, they've been shortened, and they're treating you like an idiot. A freediving course is absolutely not the best way to become a better freediver. If you are interested in becoming a better freediver, I highly recommend you find a coach, an intelligent coach, who can support you through your progression in freediving, who's not going to hold any knowledge back and is going to help you with your specific needs. Right now I'm putting together a 4-week program in which I will mentor a maximum of 3 individuals over that period of time in all aspects of freediving. Once I've got the details sorted, you'll be able to find the program on my website. Today's topic is a highly controversial one, and I'm expecting a lot of backlash in the comments section. But listen guys, I'm just trying to treat you like adults. I'm just trying to give you the facts and the reality of what's going on out there. I'm not advocating hyperventilation. I myself don't hyperventilate. I'm just giving you some of the knowledge which I've accumulated over this time. So be smart guys. You should question everything. You should try different things for yourself and experiment, so long as it's well within your comfort zone. That's what freediving is all about. There's no one correct way to do anything. You need to find your way. Now that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time guys, take it easy and dive safe.